and I saw her coming in the game, like, all you chicks that been in the game for 10 years, you know, move over there. Y'all need to sit down and this and that. I thought that was disrespectful. And me and Luciana put together a little collage, a little thing that we're going to show and put out there just so people could see the history of how she came into the game and what she was doing and why this might have been offensive, not only to me, but to the other chicks that was in the industry. Now, then she started saying stuff that was almost direct towards me and direct towards maybe another female, and you could tell. And I said, okay. I wasn't going to just not dislike her, because I feel like a lot of females in the industry, when they come into the game, they're misguided. A lot of times it's not them. So I just, you know, I let that, okay, I let it just go ahead and keep escalating and all of that or whatever. And so as time went on, let me just tell y'all something, all right, New York. Lil Kim is an entertainer. I just happen to be talented, but I'm a hustler first. So at the end of the day, when I'm looking on the internet, I'm looking for business opportunities. I'm not looking for beef. I'm not looking to see who I could start war with. That's not me. That's not what I do. But when she got with Wayne or whatever, very smart girl, Angie. I might make some dumb moves in my life, but I'm a very smart girl. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm a very smart girl. I looked at the situation. I started to see that, you know, this girl was coming up, and, you know, I could also see that she was very inspired by me. Okay. But I could see that. A lot of people may not know this, but me and Slim were very good friends. Really? Very good friends for about 4 or 5 years. And so my thinking is this. I'm not really into music, I haven't been doing music like that for a second. And I looked at her buzz as a way for me. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is a good thing. You know, this is a way for me to kind of come back in and you know what I mean?
Maybe y'all do a song together. Yes. Maybe you show a love.
So let me tell you what I did. I went over there. People don't know this. I was over there. Where? I was over with Cash Money in them. Me and Slim was putting me in the studio. I was over there. I was in a couple of their sessions. I never seen her. And Drake is the only one I never seen. I always saw Wayne and everybody else. So my thing is, I was getting ready to be allies in their family. So I didn't have a problem with that. My whole thing was, as a businesswoman, this would be good for people to see me with her. It would be good for her to see that I'm willing to come over and rock with you. I don't have no beef with you, shorty. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, beef is serious. So I was over there. And with me being over there, baby was like, yo, I want to do a record with you. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just make it big. Because in my eyes, I needed that exposure as far as music is concerned. Right. And baby promised all these things. We're going to do a big video, little mom. But I'm telling you, I was feeling that. Like, I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. I want this to happen. And then when we did the record, they put it out on iTunes, and everybody on iTunes, I'm just saying what iTunes was saying. Oh, Kim murdered it. Kim this, Kim that. She's who she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gonna have her haters. I'm gonna have my haters.
This is the song that just leaked recently that we got a chance to hear late.
It was out a while ago.
Yeah. What was that song though? Because something.
No, it's the same one.
It's the same one that just came back out. Got it.
Yeah. So when they put the song out on iTunes, I guess it didn't get the response that they wanted, so they pulled it. Pulled it off. Then at that point, I couldn't get nobody on the phone. Nobody's answering. Nobody want to talk to me. You know what I mean? So I looked at it like they kind of used me to stamp it, like, because they knew that they were going to kind of steal my swag. Like, you know what? You know, Kim's cool with her looking like her, you know, taking her whole style and swag. Kim's cool with this. But in the meantime, it's like, I don't mind somebody coming in my block and selling cough drops. You know what I mean? But if you are going to steal my swag, you won't have to pay. Like, something got to give. Like, you help me, I help you. That's how it goes to me. You know what I mean? And then in the middle of all this, she's doing records busting shots at me. Now, we could all play deaf, dumb, and blind and act like we don't know what happens in hip-hop, but I'm not stupid. We know when a subliminal shot is being thrown. Now, as a woman, right, she's now, after that, she's busting shots at me. I saw her at Puffy's, as I call him, my little nephew, Justin's Sweet 16.
I was going to ask you that because I saw that on TV.
Right.
And I thought to myself, wow, look at them. They're cool.
See? That's what it was designed to look like that.
I was a little confused because later there was some shows, and I guess when Ray J was on the stage saying that she was like the fake Kim,
but it was way after. And then let's just get this straight. I was minding my business doing my shows. I had a guest, Ray J, come up. He just started going off. You know, my thing is, I really wouldn't even want him to do that. You know what I mean? But that's my boy. If he gonna ride out, I'm not gonna have him out there in the water by himself, no life jacket. You know what I mean? Looking crazy. He just started going off. I'm like, okay. But I wouldn't have had him do that because at the end of the day, I'm not bothered by it in that instance. I'm doing me. But I also knew, okay, you know what I'm saying? At this point, it was what it was. Like, Slim and them played me. She's throwing shots even more now. And then on top of all that, it's like I see her at the Sweet 16. Now, if you don't have a problem with me, or if, you know what I'm saying, it isn't nothing, you don't be this close to me and roll your eyes and put your head down and walk right past me. Now, I remember when I did the Mobb Deep record, and it was like, hot damn ho, here we go again. Allegedly, MC Lyte had a problem with that, right?
Because you used the line?
Yeah, she even did a record. I don't know if you remember it, but she did a record.
I don't.
She did a record, and it was offensive towards me, but I'm such a real girl that when I saw her out, I went up to her and was like, yo, I love you. If you took that record offensive, you know what I mean? That's what you do when you real. You pay respect. Yeah. And you let them know it's not a problem. If this is what people was thinking. You supposed to break down that barrier. She looked at, my girl Luch was right there with me. She looked right at me, had her head down, and rolled her eyes, just kept walking. Huh? Because if she would have addressed me and said, you know, if she would have said, Kim, I love you, you know, boo, 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 maybe it wouldn't have even went that far. It's like you see me say something.
What could she have done? Because it was weird. Because even in the interview with her, like she went, said everything she had to say. I was just shocked.
You're going to find out she's bipolar also. So that's something I found out. You laughing, watch. I got something.
But when I did jump in, I asked her, I was like, you know, were your feelings hurt? Because everything I got from her, even though, you know, it was disrespectful or, you know, it was offensive, I'm sure, to you and everything. But what I heard her saying was that she was hurt. Like, she maybe felt like, you know, she felt like I guess she, in her words, had given interviews where she kind of bigged you up and said this, and then you kind of just, you know.
Oh, let me tell you something. The girl is not as stupid as people think she is. She know exactly what she's doing just to make people feel sorry for her. That's her thing. She's a very contradicting creature. And I noticed that about her. So it's cool because I'm so spiritually connected that I always knew everything that's in the dark is going to reveal itself in the light pretty soon. And I really feel like now it's about to happen. And it is. It's going to happen because God made it so that I can have my way back in and really, you know what I'm saying, represent the right way in this game for the females. Because I look at it like she was happy when Baby and Slim and them decided to say, we're not going to mess with her. We used her. We got what we want. She wanted to be the only one out there. We could be in this game together. She just wanted to be out there by herself. That's definitely it. I've proven I don't have to be out there by myself. I've done records with all the females.
Is at any point, because a lot of this, I mean, don't you? I feel like a lot of this is hurt feelings and egos and stuff like that. Do you feel like at some point, if she just didn't say anything else, that you both would just rock, or you feel like it's too far? Like you really ready to go?
What you mean from this point on?
If she if she said nothing else, you put your record out, you put out Black Friday, you said what you said, she said what she said. Like, is this going to continue going on, or do you think?
See, in this industry, what I've learned is you never know. And that's what I've learned in this industry. You just don't pick fights. And you don't pick fights with Kimmy Blanco. Because I'm not taking my foot off her neck. Now, you started this. Hope she ready for this. Now, I would do a song with her.
You would.
For the right price.
Oh my God.
I'm a hustler. $7 million.
A song.